Chapter 6 Season 4 is about 10 days away, so in today's video I will be trying to predict the Season 4 Battle Pass skins like I do before every season. And this might be one of the most difficult predictions I've done because this Battle Pass could be all over the place due to the theme, which, don't get me wrong, also makes this a lot of fun. Now of course I'd love to hear your opinion, so be sure to let me know some of your predictions in the comments. If you enjoy my videos, use code TuneSpider in the Fortnite item shop to support me. And now let's get started. Alright, so the first skin I'm going to predict is this female character right here from the Mantis faction. For starters, one of the reasons why I think we're going to get the Mantis faction is because we know from this most recent update that we are getting the Spider faction skins, so we're getting Agent Weaver and Agent Web. They will be coming before Season 4 starts, and I'm assuming it's going to be after the event to start doing some investigations that lead into Season 4, right? So I feel like if we're having the Spider faction, we should definitely be getting the Mantis faction, and I feel like she would be a good Battle Pass skin. They also could give us the male counterpart, so they could give us the male skin, but I don't know, I just have a feeling that they would go with her instead. Plus she's very popular on Fortnite.gg for the rankings. And timing wise, based on the survey she was on, it would be great timing for this season, because as we know, when they release survey concepts, usually it takes about 6 months or so to get those skins. Not always, but that is the case most of the time. So I do think we'll end up getting her in the season. I'm thinking the Battle Pass. Next up is going to be a skin that's been teased or kind of leaked, sort of, kind of. They say to take it with a grain of salt if you look at their Twitter, for example. But this Panda skin right here could end up being the meme skin for the Battle Pass. So I'm going to just throw it out there that I predict they're right. What they're basing it on is a little bit of a stretch. It's the eye logo that you can see here from the tweet. Plus I feel like Fortnite always puts like some sort of like animal skin and a meme skin in the Battle Pass, so you might as well make it a 2-for-1 like they just did with Ziggy. I'd be curious to see though if this Panda would have any other styles. Then moving on to the next skin that I think could be in the Battle Pass would be this Maragold skin that a lot of us have been waiting to get ever since we saw her in the surveys. I do think we'll be getting this skin at some point. Part of me feels like it could be this Battle Pass, or part of me feels like it could be at the end of this chapter where she comes and helps Mantis, and that leads us into chapter 7. Because her design kind of matches the most recent survey skins, right? But because she was released a while ago, she does line up for this season. And since Mantis is busy with the vault, he could call her for help. Well, I don't know if he would call her, but you know what I mean. And she shows up to help Jones, Hope, the whole crew. Plus I just really want this skin, so I'm hoping I am right with this one. And if she's not in the Battle Pass, at least she arrives during the season or during this chapter. And then next up is going to be this skin right here. I think this could potentially be in the Battle Pass. This kind of gives me the vibe of like an alien bug exterminating type team. Like if you look at the logo, there's some other skins as well from that survey that have this same logo. I'm pretty sure Evie is one of them as well. I was going to predict her, and I do think we could still get her, but since we just got her as like a Jedi and a Sith, I don't think they would throw her in the Battle Pass again 2 seasons later. So I'm going to go with this guy. I think he has a pretty sick suit. I really like the helmet. And as I mentioned, pay attention to that logo because it kind of gives me a vibe that this is another faction. So there could be multiple factions during this season investigating what's happening to the island. And just based on the suit alone, this gives me like exterminating team type vibes. So I do think it could be this skin here. It could really be anybody with the same logo, which I will get to in a sec. And then the next skin would be this tree right here. Kind of just looks like the trees from like Demon's Domain and all that, and the colors, right, kind of has like the same colors from the spires. I'm gonna be honest, that's fully what I'm basing it off of for this prediction. I really don't have any other reason to think it's gonna be this skin. I just think the way this season is lining up, this is gonna be a random and chaotic season, and that will fall suit into the Battle Pass as well. And I feel like this skin survey right here fits that vibe. Plus he kind of fits the fall vibe as well, which will be coming up. In this season we'll also have 4 nightmares, which he can kind of fit into as well, I think, in my opinion. I think he has a pretty cool design. I would be cool with getting this one in the Battle Pass. Then I had to think to myself, who could possibly be a villain for the season? And this is a skin that I've seen for so long in the surveys that I would love to get at some point. So I'm going to just throw him into the Battle Pass prediction, and that's this skin right here. Just gives me a vibe that he can come out from the spirit realm and kind of wreak havoc for the season, control the alien bugs or the demon bugs, whatever they are. I know I don't think this character would be like the Dark Presence or anything. I just think they would be the main villain for the season, and I feel like this character fits pretty well. Plus the colors remind me of the spirit realm as well, along with the design of the character, and I just think it'd be cool to finally get this one in Fortnite. Now that I've talked about like the original skins that I think could be in the Battle Pass, I want to move on to the collabs, and I think there'll be 2 collab skins. The first one I'm going to talk about has already been hinted at. It's already been leaked that we'll be getting this character, and I'm assuming it'll be for the Battle Pass, and it kind of makes sense, and that's going to be the Green Power Ranger. For those of you that don't know from the Mighty Morphin days, the Green Power Ranger was Tommy, who was the leader, who also became the White Ranger, so it'd be cool to get a second style of his Green Power Ranger look and then his White Power Ranger look. But I mean, the Power Rangers fought aliens aliens, they fought different types of bugs, so I feel like this collab would make sense for this season, and this would be so cool to see. I think it'd be awesome to finally have the Power Rangers in Fortnite, and I know this is going to be a little bit of a brag, but I did predict that we would get the Power Rangers during this year. And then the second collab, I think, will be a female skin, and we haven't had a female collab skin in a battle pass in a while, so I feel like we're due, and I think it would be the Wasp from Marvel. I mean, come on, she fits the theme so well, and Fortnite and Marvel love to do the collabs together. We see it all the time, and I feel like she makes sense, especially since we already have Ant-Man in the game. Of course, I would love the comic look, so this would actually be Janet Van Dyne. If they went MCU, then it would be Hope, which then Hope from Fortnite and then Hope from the MCU would end up doing the Spider-Man meme. I do think she'd be a really cool battle pass skin, and I do think she would fit the theme, so she is my second collab prediction. But there you have it. That is my main prediction list for what I think the battle pass will look like. But as I always do, I'm going to talk about some other survey skins that I think we could get, and if you want to hear more collab predictions for the season, I will be dropping a video for that in a couple days, so keep an eye out for that. But as I mentioned with the Mantis faction, we could also end up getting the male skin, and I think we would at some point. I don't think they would throw them both in the battle pass. I think we'd get the female in the battle pass and we get the male in the item shop. This one's going to be a little bit random, but I think we could get this female skin right here. She was on that same survey that I've been talking about, and she's just kind of random. She looks exactly like a type of skin that Fortnite would put in a battle pass. But we could also get this alien meme skin right here, and we could get this female skin as well. She also has a similar eye to the Panda, so she kind of fits that eye logo that the leakers were referring to in that tweet, and they did say it could be either her or the Panda skin, but they also said take it with a grain of salt. Alien bug cuddle team looking skin could definitely be in the battle pass. I think it'll most likely be the item shop, but we could definitely be seeing this skin at some point during the season. And I know with Fortnitemares coming up, I will be doing a predicting Fortnitemares skin, which will include collabs and original skins, so I'm not really going to talk about Fortnitemares skins for this video. As we all know, a lot of us have seen this. We've seen the bug herald type skin, so she potentially could be in the item shop. She could actually end up being the villain, and then she ends up being in the battle pass. I feel like that is definitely possible, especially since they're starting to bring back old characters, which is really cool to see. She could end up working with the Dark Presence and once again ruin the island, and then we gotta scatter. Another potential skin would be Sloan. This one has been around for a while though, so I don't know if they would bring this one out. And when I say this one for a while, like the survey skin, but it is possible. I think she does fit the vibe with her outfit, and it'd be really cool to see her again. This skin right here gives extermination vibes, like going to fight and kill the alien bugs. I really like the orange and the gray. I like the suit. I think it looks pretty cool, so this could definitely fit the vibe. And then like I mentioned with that X logo, like the male skin I was predicting, Eevee has. Here's a couple other characters that definitely fit with that like faction. I'm just gonna call it a faction now, but like the group, the team that I think could be there to eliminate the alien bugs. Looking at her, I think she definitely has a high chance of showing up, and she's pretty cool. I could see her being a battle pass or item shop skin during the season. I could also see this one here. I like her helmet a lot. I would want them to change like the pants and the arms, like how that kind of looks, like the way it looks all poofy. I don't really like that, but everything else I like a lot. So if they just change that up, I think this could be a really cool skin. This is another skin right here where it gives like fighting alien bug vibes a little bit to me, especially because of the suit. So maybe this one in the item shop. This female skin could work for the season. A couple of these alien bug looking skins could definitely work as well. I'm curious to see how many survey skins they actually use, because sometimes, as we saw with Supernova, they used a bunch, and then like Lawless, they don't use any. So I'm curious to see how many survey skins we end up getting. But there you have it. That is my prediction for the battle pass, and some alternate skins that maybe I think could show up because they might fit the theme. But like I mentioned, let me know in the comments what skins you think could appear or that you would like to see in the battle pass. Upcoming, I'm going to predict the OG battle pass skins for season 5 through season X, and collab skins I think we'll get for chapter 6 season 4. So keep an eye out for those. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. If you'd like to join my Discord server, that link is going to be in the description, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace.